Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jossam, aka Awesome Jossam, and I want to thank you for clicking on my video. On this channel, we like to celebrate Disney, beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. So if you like any or all of those things, consider bippity boppity bopping that subscribe button, ring the bells of notification so you're instantaneously notified when I post something new, and please leave a big old thumbs up at the end of this video if you liked it all the way through. Now, if you couldn't tell by the title, I have a very exciting video for you today. I'm gonna be sharing my Disney bucket list. Sitting in quarantine, I have had nothing but time to think about Disney, to dream about Disney, imagine what I would be doing at Disney. So I started to remember that there was a trend that went around where people shared their Disney bucket lists. And I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to sit down, write out everything that I would love to do in my lifetime in regards to Disney, and share it with all of you. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and get ready for this lengthy Disney bucket list. Bucket list item numero uno would be visiting Disney all over the world. And I know that this is probably on every Disney enthusiast bucket list. However, it's something that I really want to do in my lifetime. Now, I have been blessed and fortunate in my life to experience 3 out of the 7 global offerings. So living local in Orlando, I have been to Walt Disney World every day for many, many years because I'm an annual pass holder. So check, WDW. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, so anytime that I visit California and my relatives on the West Coast, I make it a point to park my booty in Anaheim and enjoy Disneyland for a few days. So Disneyland, check. 2 years ago,
or was it 3?
2 or 3 years ago, I had the opportunity of experiencing a family vacation in the Caribbean on the Disney Cruise Line. And when I tell you that was one of my all-time favorite family vacations, I kid you not, I still talk about it till this day. If you're interested in doing a Disney Cruise Line, pull the trigger and do it, because I'm telling you, you will have the time of your life. It is a little bit more expensive than some of the other cruise offerings. However, you're paying for quality, you're paying for the amazing Disney experience that you know you're gonna be receiving on board, but most importantly, you're making magical memories that are gonna last you a lifetime. If I had to put in order the other global offerings that I have yet to experience, I would say Disneyland Tokyo and Disneyland Tokyo Sea hands down are at the top of my list of things that I want to do, because I have literally been dreaming about it. I have watched so many videos on it. I have lived vicariously through all of my social media friends that have had the opportunity to experience Japan and Disneyland in Tokyo. And I'm literally just imagining how I'm gonna be when I walk through those shiny gates. So definitely Disneyland Tokyo is at the top, followed by Disneyland Paris. Next would be Aulani Resort in Hawaii, and then followed by the China offerings, which would be Hong Kong and Shanghai. So hopefully one day I'll be able to check those 4 off of my list, but as of right now, 3 out of the 7 ain't too bad, and hopefully I can get to the next ones sooner than later. Bucket list item number 2 would be to experience the Keys to the Kingdom tour in Magic Kingdom. So the Keys to the Kingdom tour is a VIP private tour that you can pay for. It's a separate ticket than park admission, and basically you get to go learn a little bit more about the history of Walt Disney World, of the Magic Kingdom. You get a behind the scenes tour of some of the cast member exclusive areas on property, as well as just like the enrichment of knowing a little bit more about Magic Kingdom and the Walt Disney World Resort here in Florida. Bucket list item number 3 would be to dine at the Club 33 restaurant in Disneyland. Yes, I know that there's one here in Florida, but I want to go back to the Mecca, the original one in Disneyland, and have the opportunity of experiencing it myself. Now, I know it is, I think, an invite only or a paid club program that you're part of. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below, but basically it's a secluded restaurant that is only offered for these specific individuals part of this group. I mean, I'm a Disney dork. I just want to say I have been to Club 33. I have experienced a dining in Club 33 and the original Club 33 in Disneyland.
I mean, I'll take the one here in Walt Disney World. If any of you are Club 33 members, call me. If you need a +1, +2, something like that.
Number 4 on my bucket list is meeting rare Disney characters. Now, I have met a few of the ones that I'm about to list when I was younger, but I don't remember many of those experiences, and I would love to create new ones. Also, get better videos and photos with them. So, hands down, Megra and Hercules. I need to meet Milo and Kida. I need to meet Esmeralda with Phoebus, or even Clopin, and also John Smith, because I don't remember too many meetings with him, but I know I've met him when I was younger. So those 7 are like hands down some characters that I need to meet. Funny story.
Literally, anytime that they're out and about here in Walt Disney World, it's always the days that I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to Disney. So then I get ready, but then like something happens and then I don't go to Disney. And then literally, like when I'm scrolling on social media, I see all of my friends posting pictures with these characters in like Hollywood Studios, let's say Hollywood Studios. In Hollywood Studios, when they're out and about, like meeting people and doing meet and greets, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I would have been there. But here I am, I'm at home, looking at them through my phone.
I just need to meet them in real life. 5 on this bucket list is enjoying a relaxing spa day at the Senses Day Spa in the Grand Floridian. So many of you don't know this, but before I was a Chanel brand beauty ambassador, I actually was a spa director for many years, and I really enjoy all aspects of relaxation and spa. So I think it would be a great opportunity to experience an elevated spa service in the Grand Floridian. And of course, like, who doesn't want to relax, unwind, enjoy some spa water, enjoy a pool, enjoy a massage, enjoy a facial? Maybe I should book this after the quarantine. Who's with me? Number 6 on this bucket list is to stay one night in every Walt Disney World resort here in Florida. Now, I know that that is a stretch, and I know that that is probably an expensive bucket list item to have, but I just think it would be so cool to have the opportunity of saying, I have stood at every resort property. So in the future, like, I can recommend friends or family members, like, my point of view and my perspective on each of the resorts and the different offerings that they have. So one night in each hotel resort here in Orlando, Florida. Number 7 is a little bit more of like a dream bucket list item, but that would be to see the Cinderella Castle Suite. Now, this is exclusively reserved for specific winners. I also think it's open for Make-A-Wish Foundation, so they're very like limited to the people that actually get to experience in their lifetime, but I would love to see Cinderella's Suite. I don't even have to stay there. I mean, it would be nice to stay there, but I don't have to stay there. Like, I just want to walk through it, take some photos, experience what the actual room looks like in person, and be able to live my Disney fantasy. Number 8 on my bucket list is to eat at Cinderella's royal table in the Magic Kingdom in her castle. Fingers crossed that this happens before next year, because my friend is thinking about having a birthday and she wants to have dinner at the royal table. So hopefully we can do that, and that way I can check it off this bucket list. Number 9, I want to have a Disney fairy tale wedding. Ever since my aunt had her wedding at Disney, I fell in love with the magic, the beauty, and the excitement that is everything Disney fairy tale weddings. And that was before the TV show that they put on Disney Plus. Now that I have been like binge watching like Disney fairy tale weddings on Disney Plus, I'm obsessed and I need to have a Disney wedding.
I guess the problem here is I first gotta find a partner, so.
Partner, then wedding. Yeah. Number 10 is to get a haircut at the Harmony Barbershop on Main Street, USA at the Magic Kingdom. Usually a lot of like children do this as like their first haircut, and it's a very special moment. You can take pictures, they give you a certificate, but because I've never gotten my hair done at the Walt Disney World, I want to do it.
I want a certificate. I want to sit down in the barbershop chair and look out and see Main Street, USA. Why not? Sign me up.
And now that my hair is like extremely long because we're in quarantine, maybe I should check this off of my list right after. Maybe that's where I should book my hair appointment. after the quarantine. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Number 11 is to be chosen as an extra in the Indiana Jones stunt show here in Hollywood Studios. I have never been chosen to be an extra in the show, and literally, like, I love that show. I love sitting there and watching all of the stunt performers doing their thing, all of the different acrobats, and when they do that part where they like choose people from the audience to be in the show,
I'm literally like raising my hand and like going crazy.
and then they never choose me, and I'm like, one day I will be in the stunt show just because. The 12th thing on my bucket list is to experience a Disney Villains After Hours event. So I have contemplated it for the last few years, but I have never actually like taken the leap and done it. But I want to experience it. I kind of wish it went back to like the original aspect of it, where I think their very first one, they had a lot of meet and greets with villain characters, which would make the experience like so much better.
I didn't know it at the time or else I would have done it.
But again, I love the Disney villains. I don't think they get the recognition that they deserve in the parks. So I think it would be really cool to experience a Disney Villains After Hours event. Plus they have like unique food and drink offerings, which always look and sound so tasty. Number 13 is to experience a ride in a Disney mini van. So for many of you that are familiar with the Walt Disney World Resort, they implicated mini vans, which are basically like sedans that are wrapped in red with white polka dots and literally takes you from point A to point B. It's literally like a Disney Uber. It's a Disney Uber.
It's very expensive.
But I want to experience it because I have done every other mode of transportation on property except for that one. The 14th thing on this list is to do the 6-park 1-day challenge.
Yes, I know it's crazy, and I don't know who would really want to do it with me.
But I want to experience all 4 parks in Orlando, get on a plane, fly all the way over to California, and do the 2 parks there to do the 6 parks in 1-day challenge. Now, there's different variations of it. Like some people are hardcore and they hit like all of the attractions at all of the theme parks. I'm not gonna go that crazy, but at least do like maybe a headlining ride, maybe get like a signature snack, take a picture somewhere. Like those would be my kind of ideas for 6 parks in 1 day. So who knows? I mean, maybe on my next vacation to California, I will be waking up early that day, going to the Magic Kingdom, jumping over to Epcot, trailing over to Hollywood Studios, ending at Animal Kingdom, going straight to Orlando International Airport to get to the LAX, get on a cab, go all the way over to Disneyland, and then end at Disney's California Adventure. Like, doesn't that sound fun?
I mean, it also sounds like a headache. And I think I would need a lot of coffee for that day.
But I want to do it. The 15th thing on my list is to experience a D23 event. Fingers crossed that, again, this will be checked off of my list next year. So D23 is like the ultimate Disney convention. They have it every other year. So since it was last year, it's not this year, it's gonna be next year in 2021. And I really want to go to it. So if I can plan everything out, then of course I will be there. If you guys are considering going to the D23 event, please let me know down below. I would love to see how many of you are actually going to attend the event. Number 16 is tour the Disney Animation and the Pixar Animation Studios in California. So as I have mentioned, I'm originally from Los Angeles and I have a lot of relatives that live in California. And anytime that I go to Disney, anytime that I go to California, I always make it a point to go to Disney. But there have been times that I want to experience like a different element to Disney, which would be the animation studios. So if I can do like a private tour or things like that, that would be something I would really enjoy doing on my next trip to California. The 17th thing on my bucket list is to do a dessert party, whether that be Fantasmic or Happily Ever After. I don't really care which one, but I've never done one and I want to do one in my lifetime. Number 18 is to take a photo in front of every theme park's icon. So this kind of like reverts back to my first experience where I visit everywhere in the world, but I want to be able to commemorate those occasions with a photo in front of, like for instance, I'm here in Orlando, so a photo in front of Cinderella's castle, a photo in front of Spaceship Earth, a photo in front of the Tree of Life, a photo in front of...
Oh my god, for Hollywood Studios, like what is their icon? It's changed like every year. I guess now it's the Chinese theater.
So a photo in front of the Chinese theater, so on and so forth. Number 19 on my bucket list is to rent a private boat and tour around Bay Lake. So I know at some of the resorts that are on Bay Lake, you can actually rent a small boat and travel out for whether it be half an hour to an hour. But I think that that would be a super cool experience that I've never done. And being like the Disney enthusiast that I am, I think it would be a really cool thing to do and to say that I've done, and also to have the opportunity of seeing Bay Lake from like a different perspective. Number 20 is to dine at the Blue Bayou restaurant in Disneyland. Now, during my last trip there, I tried my hardest to get a reservation. Unfortunately, I was unsuccessful. And even when I was in the park, I went and I spoke to the hostess to see if there was an opportunity of getting us into the restaurant. But unfortunately, they were booked for the day that I was there. And I was so sad because I've heard amazing things about that restaurant and I really want to experience it. So hopefully on my next trip out to Disneyland, I'll have the opportunity of booking the Disneyland Blue Bayou restaurant. Number 21 on my list, I want to make a donation to the Disney Conservation Fund in Animal Kingdom. So a lot of people don't know that there's an actual location that you can visit and provide a donation to conservation. There's also one for the lions in specific. So I want to, when the park reopens, have the opportunity of going there and feeling like I'm a part of something and providing a donation to conservation and also to the lions. Number 22, if you know me, like personally, you know I have probably brought this up every single year during the holidays. I want to do the 12 Days of Hot Dog Challenge at Casey's Corner. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna leave a link to the Tim Tracker down below. He's the one that literally hooked me onto it because I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw it on his channel. But basically, the 12 days before Christmas, every day Casey's Corner puts out a themed, or not themed, but like a specialty hot dog that you can enjoy. And he went 12 days in a row to experience all of them. And I'm just like, sign me up. Yes, please. Number 23, I want to have fun and dance at the Disney Junior Dance Party in Hollywood Studios. Anytime that I go to Hollywood Studios, whether it be with family or friends, no one ever wants to do that. And I have not experienced it. So maybe the next time that I go by myself, I'm just gonna do it. But I want to go, I want to see it. I always think it's super fun when they have like over the top or like cheesy dance parties. I don't know, it makes me smile and it's fun to just like let loose and unwind. And I think it would be really cool to see like the new edition of the Disney Junior Dance Party. 24th on my list is to experience the Disney Springs hot air balloon. So I have been to Disney Springs way too many times than I can count, but I have always seen the hot air balloon rise and come back down with different individuals, and I have never done it myself. So maybe in the near future, I can do that just to check it off this bucket list. 25th on my bucket list is to experience a Disney show on Broadway in Broadway. So I have been fortunate enough to experience so many Disney shows here in Orlando, but they're always the touring cast. But I want to like validate it all by seeing it on Broadway. I haven't seen The Lion King and I haven't seen Frozen. I think I've seen almost all the other ones. Oh, and Aida.
That's not like playing.
So those are the 3 Disney on Broadway shows that I have yet to see that I would love to experience like on Broadway. So maybe on my next New York weekend.
I mean, oh my god, I've never had like a New York weekend.
But maybe I can put together a New York weekend and experience a Disney on Broadway show. Number 26 on my list is to partake in a Run Disney event. So
let me just hold the brakes there and say that I am not the most athletic person at all.
But I do want to experience it because I hear that it's so much fun. I have a lot of friends that partake in it, and I've seen so many people on social media do it. And I think it would just be really cool to say, again, that I've done it. I maybe won a medal or something of that nature, but I've always been intimidated because you never really know like how athletic you have to be or things like that, but I've been coached and told by some of my friends that you don't have to worry about that. There are different like tiers that you can be a part of depending on your athleticism, and that once I get into it, they'll be able to kind of assess and put me where I need to be. So maybe I can do one in the near future. If you guys have done it in the past, let me know down below which ones have you done or which would be a good one to start with, because I mean, I'm new to this, so I really don't know. Number 27 is to experience a rainy day parade at the Magic Kingdom. I don't know how many times I have been to the Magic Kingdom while it is raining, but I have never experienced the rainy day Magic Kingdom parade. And literally, that is goals in my life. Like, that is one thing that I really, really, really want to experience before I die.
That sounded very morbid. Don't say that again.
If you don't know what the rainy day parade is, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that linked in my description box down below so you can see what I'm talking about. It is like the most minimalistic parade that goes out. Most of the fur characters look super cute because they're in like raincoats and little boots. All of the dancers are in raincoats and boots, and they actually can't dance because of like safety, but they walk around and they wave, and it's super cute. Now the thing is, it's very specific. Like, they can only go out if it's like sprinkling or showering. They cannot go out if there's like extreme weather concern or thunder or lightning, or if it's like downpouring. And usually also there's like one of the Disney carts that goes by and it has like the gang inside just like waving. So it's super cute, super unique. I'll leave it linked down in the description box so you can take a look, but definitely something that I want to experience in person in my life. Number 28 is to steer the Liberty Belle boat in Magic Kingdom. So a lot of people don't know that actually if you go to the cast member before they embark on the journey on the ferry boat, you can actually request to go up into the captain's deck with the captain and experience like what it's like to drive that boat around that little lagoon or the little circle or whatever it is.
Please guys, don't be going crazy and like asking if you can drive any boat everywhere.
It's only in Magic Kingdom, at the Liberty Belle, and also in Disneyland on the Mark Twain. So that's something I want to experience in my life, and I think it would be super unique to do so. 29. Now this is probably another thing that's on many like Disney enthusiast bucket lists, but I want to pull the sword from the stone in Magic Kingdom.
Or even Disneyland.
But I want to pull the sword from the stone. I don't know what happens. I don't know what you get. I don't know if you win anything. I don't know if you get to keep the sword. I don't know if you get a certificate, a sticker, a pat on the back, what have you. But I think it would be a unique experience to pull the sword and just see what kind of reaction the crowd gives you and what kind of reaction the cast members give you. And last but certainly not least, I would love to be featured in a Disney style post. Now, I know this is kind of like not even like under the Disney company, so it's something completely different, but now more than ever, I think it is so important that all walks of life come together and really show the magic in makeup. I think that Disney fashion has had an opportunity to really blow up and create like a foundation for all other artists to come through, and I think now more than ever, we can really embrace and show our artistic abilities in makeup for like the Disney style. So I would love to like partner up with some amazing leaders in the Disney makeup community and come together to create like a super new or super represented interpretation of makeup for Disney. And there you have it. That was my entire Disney bucket list. I'm sure year to year it's gonna change. Some things will go on it, some things will fall off. But for right now, those were some key things that I want to do in my life in regards to Disney. If you're gonna do the Disney Bucket List Challenge, please let me know and tag me, because I want to see what you all have in mind for your Disney bucket list. Also, if you had certain things that I mentioned in my bucket list, let me know down in the comment section below so we can chat about it. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay sanitized, most importantly, stay beautiful, and have a magical day. Bye.